know why it's like a reddish color, but anyway. Okay, so collective. Oh my gosh, this is just like a little pop-in reading, a little pop-up, pop-in reading. There's this like twist your arm energy that's been trying to be pushed towards you, and there's also this energy of like you need to be afraid, and they're never gonna stop, and you're never gonna get lost, get away, or what, I don't know. They're just sending a lot of stuff, but it's like this twist your arm energy, and when they attempt to do that twist your arm energy, or maybe perhaps it's a spell, they're trying to twist your arm with a spell. Maybe you felt that energy of like somebody trying to twist your arm, but what I got was like they're gonna end up snagging a finger. Like they coming in to try to twist your arm, they're gonna snag the middle finger. That's what they're gonna end up doing. They're gonna end up snagging the middle finger, and that's gonna be a big backfire. Okay, even if it's just energetically, right? But that's what they're doing, right? They're using the energies, right? And what happens in that backfire is because they're trying to twist your arm, they're going to feel like the world is giving them the finger, because they're going to snag the finger, but they're going to feel like the world is giving them the middle finger. Hold on a second. I don't think I went public with this, and I need to. Sorry, my apologies, collective. I got to make sure you guys are going to see this, because I put it private. So now it should show up that I'm live now. Okay, anyway. Anywho. Okay, so what is essentially happening right now is that twist your arm energy. They're getting this backfire for doing that, and it's like the whole world is going to be basically giving them an FU is what's going to happen. Hold on a second, because I'm almost 100% sure my daughter's coming up. No, you're good.
Mom, so whenever I won, like...
3 of the things on there? We have to get it to the... I'll come see you.
No. I won, like, I don't know. I don't know how much I won, but I did win.
Okay, keep going. Okay. She's trying to teach herself how to play the piano on this little app that she's using. So, now I put a note down here to myself, because there's this warning message that I keep forgetting. Or like, I don't know if it's a warning message or a message that I keep, okay. It's because I really don't care. I know I'm not supposed to do that. That's why my guides have been checking me and been like, no, you're supposed to make sure. And it's like, one of those energies, like imagine if, someone were a reincarnation from a past life, and they've done all this work and they've been all this good, even though they were, they took out the whole planet, before, or something like that. But it's just kind of like, okay, if people keep egging that person, then, and that person is the one that's giving them the messages as well. It's this hard part, because I know I'm not spitting it out, right? Because this is hard part. Like, I know judgment will be called on me if I don't. So I'm going to tell everybody, but, because I believe in justice and fairness and stuff like that. But the message that I keep forgetting or not wanting to give, because I don't feel like it matters anymore. I feel like people are going to do what they want to do. They have free will. They knew what they were doing when they were doing it, and there's no excuse. That's just how I feel about things. But in reality, what I've been told is to let people know that, yes, making amends, giving apologies, all of those things actually do assist with whatever. Surprise! But I don't care. I hope that you guys don't actually believe that and you keep doing whatever you want to do, because I feel like no one should be given treats. Like, that's what I feel it's like. I feel like this is a treat. Like, for them to be able to get a warning or to be told to do something that they know they're not supposed to be doing, if they've been doing it. It's like, when are they just going to be a stand-up person? You know what I mean? You don't even have to tell a funny joke. You don't even have to be a comedian. You can just be a stand-up person. You don't even got to make people ha-ha. You don't even got to put the extra effort in. You can just be a good person. But I also felt this energy of like some colorists where people are saying, oh, nobody lighter than me or nobody darker than me. I know there's some guy that says that about like nobody lighter than them, but that was also part of the groups too. And believe it or not, some people were playing both sides of the groups where they were against, you know, people who weren't of color and against people of color. Just saying. When you play all three, when you got three-facedness going on. Was that what that was? Oh, because a lot of people like to get in on the bandwagon of that is what I just saw in the cards here. But what they don't realize, what I wrote here is like they don't realize is somebody had to lay with somebody of a specific coloring to make whatever color it is. That is, it can't be lighter or darker than, if that makes sense. So to me, it's kind of like, that was just the stupidest thing to come out of. Like, nobody lighter than me. So do you know that someone lighter than you and someone darker than you probably got together to make your color? But, you know, whatever. And I guess it's like people forget that there's two. That balance. You know, I think people forget about balance. Anyway. Oh, I was told to use cards out here, and I have not put any of the cards back in from the previous readings. So these are all just random at this point in time. Okay. Let me get these. I feel like somebody said, get them blue ones right there. Yeah, all the way to the yellow. Okay, I got it. And then take that one too. Okay, that's it now. That's it now. That's it now. That's it now. Collective, you're not the problem. But we knew that, though. I'm a little irritated right now. Because I want to make sure that my live is getting up. But it is what it is. There we go, baby. There we go, baby. All right. 9. I don't know, but you're not the problem. Ooh. Okay, I'm going to just put these together. I'm going to shuffle them because I don't want to, like, misspeak on things, but you know how these go. Okay. So, let's see. You're not the problem, collective. You're not the problem. Ooh. More good stuff for you. Your spirit tribe is uniting soon. Enjoy. I think that's the energy of celebration. Oh, this is the card too that was sitting out that I was told to use for the after school snack, like the evening, you know, a little munchy. Be nice, but not too nice. Not everyone deserves your kindness. And I was also kind of brought to the, like, oh, is that the same as an appetizer? Kind of, sort of. It's like basically you wouldn't give appetizers at dinner then. You would just only give it at the time of the afternoon snack, and then dinner comes just as dinner. It doesn't get that extra course with the meal. But anyway, not to be super specific, but no one thought about your child or children. That is why the curses and hexes are in their bloodline to deal with. So because they didn't care about the fact of like, oh, well, is this going to affect this person's children? Not to mention, you know, a lot of people are still in that energy of like, oh, well, we didn't know. But it's like, you didn't check. You didn't check to find out. You didn't look to see what you didn't know. You didn't even check with the collective. That's the thing. Their whole life is messed up because they misjudged you. And it don't say messed up. Say jacked up. You're the sweetest thing they've ever known. 'Tis true. Someone has a Mama Jones in their lives who's spelling psychotic wrong. So this is the thing. You know, Mama Jones, Jim Jones' mom, and she got all this stuff and did all this stuff and spelled everything wrong. It's like somebody out there, they can't even spell correctly. They have bad spelling. Like, they will not be the spelling bee champion. Okay? Is not. Okay? Is not the spelling bee champion. And as a result, like, they were going around like looking even worse. Like, it's obvious. Not to say that, you know, people who have trouble spelling aren't, you know, good people. I'm just saying this specific person is very like boastful about it. Like, put it on the whole shirt, right? Like, no spell check. All right. Anyway, the relationship will provide what you want as long as you are true and know what you will want. So, your next relationship, the one that you're getting to, the one that you've been perhaps working on for the last year or so, with your person very closely, the one that you've been, looking at having and, checking, your own self about to see if you're ready for over the last year or two, that one's coming in. And as long as you're true and know what you want, then you'll be fine. Somebody is experiencing erectile dysfunction outside of you guys. Yeah, that's somebody who wants to remain nameless, it looks like. Maybe somebody that has something to do with these RICO crimes. So the RICO crimes, underlying crimes, are what the community members will be included in. So it's the actual crimes that are, the layer beneath. So it's like all the extra stuff that they did outside of like the bigger crimes of like pulling the identities and, creating the false marriages or whatever it is in the scenarios. For some people it's like a little bit of everything. They was trying to take you down any way they could. Anyway, death spells have been reversed. Ooh, they feel buried by their misfortunes. Every day there's a new loss. I believe it. I believe it. I said that some time ago, like it's going to be like everything slipping through their fingers, left and right, slipping through their fingers. The FTC is involved. That came out other day too. There's a Leo who's like looking to have some type of cheerful alignment, that, I don't know. I feel like there's a little bit like you can't go with one or the other, but if there's a Leo that's looking for cheerful alignment and has been in the upright, yes. I don't want to get this confused with anybody who's in the reverse, because there are, Leos in my story that are in the reverse. So I don't want to misconfuse anybody. But this one says cheerful alignment. So this is someone in the upright. So I'll move it over here. And then it says, this love is real. You can depend on this person. So maybe this is the person that I'm getting the energies already in the relationship. That's what we're supposed to be working on healing as well. Like, it's not just for people who are looking to get into divine unions. It's for people who wish to establish that divine connection with their current person, because everybody can. There's a reason you've made it to the point of getting together, right? It's just about whether or not you want to stay there. So that was the thing too. And I was bringing up, like, I've dated other people, but I've dated soulmates, but the reason it didn't work out was because they weren't committed to, healing what they needed to stay on that plane. So to me, by that plane, I mean like, okay, so with me and this XYZ person, they would have to cut off all of their baby mamas. Like, they couldn't be dipping and dabbing with their baby mamas. But that would entitle us to a life of where we would have vacations. We would own a business. We would have boats and we would go take family vacations. We would live a nice, healthy life with our children, in a blended family. But because they couldn't let go of those connections, they weren't able to really get on the right vibration. And so again, you end up vibrating higher after that if you learn your lessons. And that's what we're doing. So every time you get in a relationship, chances are there is an opportunity there, but it's only if you're dedicated to the right or to the same work. Let's just put it that way. Because some people choose karmics and they really enjoy that karmic lifestyle, or so it seems, because they don't know how to get themselves out of it, right? Again, nobody's stuck. They just don't want to do the work. Somebody is trying to be nosy, fishing for your energy. Oh yeah, I got that the other day too. So that's the thing. Someone's trying to catch up with you in your dreams, but they don't realize that you already, like, your guides already let you know, maybe like a week or so or 4 days or something like that ago, that people were trying to get into certain time frames. And so when they switched up the time frames of when they were trying to approach you, you were informed by your guys that they switched up the time. So let's say they were always doing it like right when you went to bed. Then they switched up to like midnight. Then they switched up to like 3, 4 a.m. Now they're doing it like right when you wake up. It doesn't matter. You're always aware. So it's like they can do what they want to. That's them stuck in this mental prison, is what I'm understanding. Like thinking, constantly wanting something that is not coming to fruition. The initials M, S, D, or Y could be significant here. I don't know what they were thinking, but they shouldn't have thought that. And then it's also coming out Libra, empathy over indecision. I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing. This is for a masculine or feminine energy because it says God or goddess. So empathy over indecision. So use your heart over your confusion. Ooh. And if there's somebody that you know handles themselves as a prostitute, like that's an instant no. Maybe there's 9 prostitutes because it kid flew out over here. Or maybe it's 9, women that, were in divine masculine's energy trying to approach. Oh, so that's what I'm supposed to be talking about. Okay. So they're trying to approach you in dreams, and what they're finding is that they're thinking that they're actually making contact in the dream world and they're getting denied, but they're actually getting caught in the astral projection. Like you literally see them and are catching them in your energy because you're awake. Somebody can't visit you in your dreams if you're not asleep. And that's what's happening. And let's look. The hexers are now hexed. So I don't know what else to tell them. Like they feel like, oh, this is not working. I can't really get close to it. It's like, no, we are awake. We see you. Like, and if we're not, we are protected. That's the other part too. Like there's no getting into the person's energy. Yeah, because now there's 2 people. When the divine unions and the connection is made, essentially you can't break that layer of protection. And that's the one they built with each other on the grounds of a friendship. So it doesn't die. They've already built a friendship, so it doesn't die. And old friendships can't come in the way of that because it supersedes those, because it was built in this new energy. It was built on this new vibration where things weren't matching up with people from the past, which is why this one is stronger than the others, because it matches the current vibration versus the lower stupid vibrations that they no longer exist on. Okay. Anyway, someone's gonna be upset over this. And so maybe there's 2 people, maybe there's 9 people, who cares? These people are possibly abusing hard drugs, or they have some type of addictions, or yeah, it's coming out with this prostitute energy. They're under this final judgment energy. It's already taken place, I guess. So Spirit's like, no, that's not what the card says. The final judgment has taken place. Karma-free life begins. Life. Yep, it's that 8 of Cups energy. You're now in that, like you're in the water approaching the land or something like that. I don't know. Abandoning something in search of something better. Like you did that. That was the process that you went through. Maybe even over the last 9 months, perhaps. There's this Virgo energy. Trust yourself. For Virgo. It says you have several suitors. Who do you want? And that's that was the other thing I was supposed to make clear. So men are actually the ones that can determine like who, whether the relationships moves to marriage or exclusivity, etc., etc. Like I feel like women can, want that and desire that, but the man has to say, hey, let's just me and you, or let's get married or whatever. So while the masculines are feeling like, oh, she has to choose me. She has to choose me. No, she has to accept your offer. You have to offer, and then she accepts. So that's another way to know that you're in the right divine connection. Is the fact that like you're even like the fact that you're even approaching it the right way. The right decisions are being made. And your dreams and wishes will soon come true as a result of that. Aw, expect gifts. I feel like both should expect gifts, like, like of all sorts, like coming not just from your person, but like from the people around you, from, business people, from people who want to do business with you. It's just like, you're going to be just getting gifts from everywhere. Going global. Oh, wow. That's amazing. I haven't seen that come out in like over a year. So I feel like it's like a fresh cut. And now anybody that's willing to step up to the plate or accept the offers that are presented, they get to move into that. So this is awesome. It's easy for people to judge situations they could never endure. Remember that too. It's always easy for people to judge situations that they could never endure themselves. Oh wait, that fell out. Yep, they don't even want to acknowledge that. What's up, baby? Come back.
No, it's just looking inside. Can I have the rest of that soda?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Put some ice in it. The initials Y. Ooh, these are coming out again. Y, T, M, Z, and O. And from person to person, like your person wants you to know that they're not going anywhere. So if it's something that's yet to start, if you're clearing the air, if you're getting rid of distractions and things that are bothering you, things that, you're helping other people with before you kind of move on, that, that breath of fresh air, that completion is actually what's taking place right now. Oh, And with these other people, they stay getting into spiritual trouble, like that for trying to, and that's the problem. That's why things keep getting worse and worse. It's like, stop doing this spiritual stuff. Stop doing this spiritual stalking. Stop doing this spiritual, trying to hold on to people. Some people are just sitting there crying, thinking about you, knowing that that pulls on your energy. Some people are sitting there crying and just doing things that they know is energetically taxing, right? And when they need to heal, they need to like go to sleep, take a nap, I don't know, watch a funny, funny show or something, I don't know. But they stay getting in spiritual trouble because they keep trying to like, be in your energy or reminisce on you and try to send you good thoughts about them or try to make you, that twisting your arm energy to keep getting that finger. This person likes to trauma bond and use the other person's life force energy. That's what I'm telling you. That's how these people are using energy too. They like to trauma bond with the person and cause, oh, well, remember when we broke up that one time? Like, you know what I mean? That's the thing. Like the makeup to breakup. That is trauma bonding. That's why you want someone that gets it right the first time, because you don't want to do that trauma bonding, which is making up to breakup, ruining things to try to put it back together, going through hardships to try to get it out of them together. But they're created hardships between the two people in the relationship because they're not ready to be with each other or never should have been, whatever it is. Magic was done, but it's on the run. Return to sender. See? They're cursed. Someone's cursed with having to stick with their narcissistic abuser. And I don't overuse that word. I understand that narcissists are very, horrible demonic entities that attach to people when they're children, and it preys on their hurt from when they were a child, and they want someone else to heal that hurt from them versus them expressing what their problems are and just kind of working through it and understanding it from a different perspective. But balancing their emotions, that's what they don't do. But you balance your emotions, you continue to do that, keep on track of that. Washington, I don't know if that's Seattle or where, but maybe that's a last name of somebody. As they realize what they've done, they'll be humbled and mortified. That's what I kept being reminded of too, because I got the energy like somebody was yelling with their girlfriend. He's like, what is it about her? What is it about her? He's like, I don't know. I just knew that she was different because she posted something, and it was like, it was like something that I had said, and it was like a thing that I had made up. Was God humbles better than I can humiliate. And what I meant by that was like, I don't have to get back at people because, I know that, the cycle will come back around. I've watched it happen to myself, so. Why would I think it doesn't happen to other people? But that's what happens when you have a lot of time, to hang out by yourself and get to know yourself, and you're the popular loner, because everybody doesn't know a popular loner, right? Or do they? Because they're the popular loner. Like, make it make sense. They want to say like, oh, because you've always isolated yourself. No, you've kind of been pretty outgoing. That's how everybody knows you. They know who you were talking about. How do they know who you're talking about if this person is a bum loner? So it's all these like false realities that people are coming to terms with and trying to like looking at like, oh yeah, huh? Somebody's trying to reward you. Maybe somebody's giving you some money. That's what I just saw in my emails coming in from Chase Bank. So January, February. Ooh, that's right now. One of the gross sisters is communicating against the other gross sisters, the other two sisters. Ooh, so someone's maybe confessing about what the other people have done, or the fact that they're still sending out chaos magic. So maybe there's 3 people and they were told to stop. And so one of them's like, no, they're still doing it. And they're like, oh, now? Yeah, and they plan on doing it even more. And so that's what's going to be a problem for other people. That's the other thing people don't realize too. Like the fires, all these things getting worse and worse and worse that we see around us. Well, that's going to continue happening until these people stop. And it's affecting people that are totally not involved, right? Or so we think, because we don't know how, what perspective a person may have about someone just because someone else has presented something prior to. And we don't know how people may look at stuff like what I'm doing right now, right? And see whether that's right or wrong. Well, is it wrong? Because I haven't hurt a soul through this. There's nothing that I've done by making these little cars or flipping these things that's actually hurt anybody. Maybe somebody's ego, yeah, that should be hurt, because that's a part of understanding, like, you think into, anyway. This group of energy vampire women are being outcast in the community, and people find them ugly now. They see their true colors. So there's probably a bunch of women that always were hanging out, and now people, when they see them, they're like, oh, leave those women alone. Yep, let the past be the past. Yep. 8, so I feel like another person is dropped, like another one bites the dust. Ooh, yep. I said this earlier or before. Age doesn't remove anyone from karma. The life they've chosen is the life that they've chosen. You have a new love interest, and that goes to say, like, you have to consider it too. Like, think about how you hear about the chosen one stories, right? And they're born into these families with karmics, and you expect that not to be different for somebody else's children to be born into this chaos or whatever it is that their families have erupted in their own lives. You can't. No, that's an oxymoron. That's you know, be flexible. Yeah, if you feel like, oh well, no, because it's children, you do forget that the collective or the okay. It's like, oh, because they were an adult, as we continue to do this, like we did this our whole life till they grew up, so it's different now. Like, no, because you're also forgetting, like they said in the beginning, they're children, the collective's children. But anyway, Aries, power color, passion, fire, excitement, dress to impress in comfort and grace, ground yourself and don't overdo it. So I feel like you don't have to put on any hits. You can just be yourself, Aries, with whatever you're doing next, because you're not the problem, and whomever you're engaging with or going into contact with is a vibrational match, so they get that. Okay. Amplify your mysteriousness, Scorpio, Aries. And maybe if you just feel like you need to amplify, because I was getting that too. I was like, amplify your mysteriousness. I feel like that means like people need to, like, some people need to speak less, just like shut up, talk less. Become more mysterious by way of not speaking. I don't know. That's just what I was told to say. You're here to accomplish so much. Yeah, and that's also a way of actually being able to hear, you know, communications from the divine, is spending more time without, you know, being on the phone gossiping or, you know, hanging out or, you know, being at work or whatever it is, or talking to people. And then I guess some people are realizing that they're just related to you, or that they're related to these individuals that are playing a part in this, or I don't know how they're understanding, but they're understanding the relation. And I feel like people that are realizing they're just related to you, they're realizing they're not you don't consider them family. So when you say things and you send out, you know, whatever it is for your family, they know now that they're not included. Good. They know the truth is that they will be a victim of their own circumstances. Yeah. Of being immature. Yeah. With you and your person, your love for each other is undeniable. You two are insatiable for one another. That love reading has been dying. Like I pushed it out for a few days, but it's so heavy. There's a karmic brother and or sister, or, you know, one or the other. She thought her stuff didn't stink, but people are telling her to her face. Ooh, that's nasty. Somebody got caught cheating too. Ooh, maybe it's somebody's employee or service repair person. Oh, wow. And then at the end of the day, if anybody wants to, you know, take it up with somebody, that's who I told you to go see. You know what, G.O.D.? Oh, yeah, you know me. I'm just saying. Whether it's the God in you, whether it's the, you know, God in the sky, however you look at it, sweetheart. The God of your moment right now. The God of your attention, the God of your affection, whatever it is. But make sure that it's just not against other people. That's all I can say, because at this point in time, the collective has been told it's not about being nice. Even though I was told to give out that message and explain to some people like what this, you know, what the apologies or whatever could be useful for. But I don't know why I was told to say that again. All right, anyway, I hope this is helpful, insightful in some way, shape, or form. And just so you understand, the reason why I'm like, oh, I don't care about saying that, because I don't care. I don't care what happens to these people. Just in case they weren't clear, that I don't care. But anyway, and yes, still apologizing to someone like me who doesn't care will help you. Unfortunately, I have to confirm this. Hope that this has been helpful and insightful in some way, shape, or form. I'll catch you on the next one. Didn't say we always like the messages that we have to give. We just have to give them.